Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips team leaders to lead through the challenges they face every day. So, today, I want to take a break from the topic that we've been talking about, and that is low morale and instilling a feeling of purpose within your team members. And instead, I want to talk about decision making and what the consequences are to your decisions. Now, before we begin, I want to remind you all that I am offering a 15-minute free coaching call with me to discuss any leadership or life challenge that you're facing right now. If you're interested in this, please reach out to me via email at paul@clcteam.com and let's get on the schedule. Okay, so let's talk about decision making. So this morning, I was sort of shuffling through some of the piles of paperwork on my desk, and I ran across one note that I had written on a piece of paper. And it had this question. It said, if you could do anything in the world and be guaranteed that you would not fail, what would you do? Now, I'm not totally sure where I saw or heard that question, but just know that it's not my original question. I heard or saw it somewhere, but I listen to so many things and read so many things that I didn't write down where I got the source. Now, as I read that note, a ton of different ideas just came rushing through my head. And man, I was dreaming big. I mean, huge. I mean, what would you do if we knew we wouldn't fail? Now, after thinking about this for a while, I realized how many of our daily decisions are impacted by our beliefs of whether the decision will be successful or not. And naturally, we probably always try to decide on the choice that will lead to success. I mean, none of us want to choose something that's going to lead to failure, or maybe some of us do. However, what if we aren't guaranteed? What if there are just too many obstacles in front of us, like COVID, and we just don't know if our decisions are going to be successful or failure? What do we do then? Do we just not make the decision at all? And some say that not making a decision is making a decision. Do we guess? Do we gather all the facts and make the decision based on what we think and how we think it'll turn out? Well, I think actually we go through all of these thoughts nearly every day when making decisions. I mean, all decisions that we make have consequences, right? And most of us probably make the safest and most logical decisions. We all too often play it safe. However, do you think that we play it safe too often? What if we were guaranteed that we wouldn't fail and that we would be successful? Would that change the way we make decisions? Now, the answer to that question is probably a yes for most of us, and that would make sense. But what if it didn't change the way we made decisions? So, that takes us to today's challenge, and that is to observe what thoughts go through your mind as you make various decisions throughout the day. Are you weighing in on the success factor, or do you just make the decision? If you come across a difficult decision, I challenge you to ask yourself, what if I'm guaranteed I would not fail? So just ask yourself that and see if that would persuade you to make a riskier decision or not. Now, let's be clear. I don't want you doing anything crazy or anything unsafe that could hurt yourself. But ask yourself, what is the worst possible thing that could happen if I decided to make a riskier decision? What if I made that decision to dream big and to go big? What's going to be the worst thing that would happen? Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I get tired of making the safe and obvious decisions. Sometimes I just want to go for it and explain my actions afterwards. So remember, today's challenge is to just think about how you process things when making decisions, and then ask yourself how much of the success factor or possible failure factor plays a role in how you decide. Just observe and think about it. And by the way, I think the question, what would you do if you were guaranteed not to fail, is a great discussion question to have with your team. You can learn a lot about yourself and the people that you work with by the way they all answer that question. Hey, that's it for today. And if you enjoy this show, can you please share it with another leader or aspiring leader? We want to reach as many leaders as possible to ensure that they are getting these short tips and challenges every day so that they can become better leaders. We desperately need better equipped leaders in our world, and it all starts with us. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.